let's make some DIY crafts from driftwood. I'm thinking of making a mobile, but we could also make a garland or other types of driftwood art. There's lots of things that you can do with driftwood. We recently went to the lake and I picked up lots of little pieces of driftwood along the edge. I'm going to add in some wooden beads and I'm going to paint them these colors and drill some holes in this and put string through it to make a mobile. I don't typically do crafts that take a drill or any sort of that kind of tool, but today we're going to do that. We're going to drill holes in each one of these pieces of wood so that I can put a string through them. Let's get to it. I'm going to start by painting the beads these colors and letting them dry while I drill the holes in the wood. So I've put a small drill bit on my drill and I'm going to be drilling holes in each of these pieces of wood. So I've done one here to test it out. I think that's going to be a good size to get my string through. And it's pretty similar in size to my bead hole, so I think that's going to work pretty well. A lot of this driftwood is very lightweight, and so the drill bit goes through it very easily. There's some pretty cool shapes, aren't there? So I've decided to string these pieces of driftwood and beads on a very lightweight wire. This is a 26 gauge wire. I think that it'll be stronger for the weight of it than just using fishing line or something like that. And I think that this wire is also going to make it really easy to go through the pieces of wood and such. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 or 3 pieces of wood and then a bead. I'll probably go in a pattern with the colors too. Yes, this wire makes it really easy to go through the holes. I didn't really think I wanted to try using a needle or anything, so this is going to work great. See how that looks? I like it. These colors of beads really perk it up. Some of these are so interesting looking. Look at that one. There you can already see what it would look like in a garland. So I'm coming to the end of my beads and wood. I like how it looks. So this is my long driftwood garland. I don't know if you can see it all. I'll take a picture of it. So I love this garland, and now I'm going to use part of it to make a mobile. So look at this amazing piece of vine, I guess, or root that I found is driftwood. So this is going to be my top bar, and I'm going to put 3 strands of the driftwood and beads down from this and then hang it. I think that's a good length for my first one. This is noisy, isn't it? So I'm going to clip this wire and I will wrap the wire around the bottom and put it back through the hole to make sure that doesn't come undone. There's my first strand. I'll hang that right here. And I'm twisting the wire around the driftwood and then back around itself. Okay, there's my first strand. I'm going to make this second strand a little bit shorter. I think I like that. I'm going to wrap this bottom wire around this bead. It's ending in a bead this time. And then the top, I'm going to wrap around the stick again. And around the wire a couple times. Okay, there's 2 strands. Now I'm going to make my third. So I've cut a third strand that's even longer than the first 2. I'm going to connect it right up here. And also hook this bottom wire around this bottom stick. Put it back through the hole. That'll work. So that it stays on real well. Alright, there's the third strand. Lastly, I'm going to use wire up here to make a hanger for it. And by balance, I think I'm going to need to put my wire up here and then hang it down over to here. I think that's going to work. And now I've made a beautiful driftwood mobile. Okay, so another way that we can make a craft from driftwood is to cut a shape from cardboard. If I were going to finish this craft, and I'm not going to do that right now, but I would probably paint this a color instead of leaving it white. Maybe a light blue or a pink or a sage green. And then use tacky glue, and you would glue these on top of the shape until it's covered with your driftwood, like this. And you would continue to cover the entire shape. Let it dry, and then you could put a hanger on the back, and this would be a driftwood hanging art piece. So I found this larger piece of driftwood, and this is something that I made when I was young. It was popular during the 70s, was to put pieces of driftwood on a reclaimed piece of wood like this, and then paint stones to look like owls. And I'm going to actually do this for a craft later on, but I was just going to show you how it works here. And so then I would paint a beak and eyes and wings on there and make a little owl on here. 2 owls. There are just so many crafts that you can make from driftwood. I love it. DIY crafts made from driftwood are the perfect end to summer days on the beach. For more great craft ideas, come on over to welcometananas.com and join the fun.